In this video I'm going to show you a bit about joomlacode.org and where the Joomla bug tracker is. So just go to joomlacode.org. On the home page click on the Joomla project link, and then on the left hand side you'll notice there's a tracker section. There's a few different trackers in there. The one we're looking for is Joomla CMS Issue Tracker, which is a current version of Joomla, in this case Joomla 1.7. If you're looking for Joomla 1.5 bugs, there's a separate tracker for that. So the first thing you want to do is probably change the status to filter out some of the issues there. Confirmed and pending are the two statuses you'd be most interested in. Confirmed is where we know there's a bug and someone needs to look at it, and pending is when there's been a bug, someone's looked at it, created a patch, and it needs to be tested. So you need to log in with your joomlacode.org account. If you don't have one, there's a register new account link there to create an account. So when you're logged in, then you can actually use some of these filters. So we can set it to confirmed, click to open date so we can see the most recent first, and then we can see what issues are in there. Each issue's got a priority. The lower the priority, the more urgent it is. So priority 1 is a major thing, priority 5 is low priority. So we'll just change it to pending, so these are issues that need to be tested, and I've just clicked on this one that Brian Tieman's collected. You'll notice a lot of information on here. There's some details about what the problem was, some comments from various people, and because this is in pending state, Brian's actually created a patch for this. So we can click on the patch to download it. Now, just before we have a look at that patch, there's something I wanted to show you here. There's a monitor item section here. If you click on that, then whenever someone updates this tracker issue, you'll be emailed a notification. If you want to turn that off, there's a stop monitoring that you can press to turn that off. Yeah, unfortunately the tracker doesn't automatically send you notifications. Now, if we open up this patch file, you'll see it has some lines in there with a minus and some with a plus. Minus are lines that are getting deleted, plus lines of code that are getting added, and then it shows you a few lines of code either side of that so that it knows whereabouts in the code that is. It shows you which file is being modified, or in this case there's two files getting modified. And so now we'll load up Netbeans, and I'll show you how you can apply that patch to your current SVN version of Joomla. So the first thing you want to do is update your subversion version of Joomla. So basically it's talking to the Joomla website, downloading the latest version, because it's a constantly changing thing. People are applying new patches all the time, and on a daily basis the code base changes, so you want to make sure you've got the latest version. Now this will take a few minutes to download, and once that's up to date, then we can just right click and go to Tools and Apply Diff Patch. So you can browse for that patch that you downloaded and click on Patch. And it'll tell you that it's applied the patch. Now it's asking you, do you want to see what's changed? So if we say yes, then that will open up a diff view that will show us the before file and the after file, so we can see exactly what's changed in those in the files. In this case, it's just one single word on one line that's changed. If you scroll down, you can see that nothing else has changed in this file. So we'll just close that off. Now if you look on the left hand side, you'll notice this little blue indication showing that something's changed, so you can see exactly where the file is that's changed. It's highlighted in blue there. If you wanted to open that up and have a look, you can right click and click open. Also, if you wanted that diff view, you can right click and go to Subversion and Diff, and that'll show you the before and after. So now normally what you do is you test out that change, make sure that it's working as expected, and when you're finished you want to revert modification to basically undo the patch to put your Joomla version back to the current version that's all been committed. So yeah, that'll take a couple of minutes to revert, depending on your internet connection. Okay, now once you've tested the patch, you need to go back to the tracker and leave a comment to say whether it worked or whether it didn't work. So if you open up the tracker issue that you were looking at, and there's a follow-up section there where you can write your comments. If you use @test in your comment, then it your name will appear in the reporting that they do. So you can upload files if you need to, if you've got a better version of the patch, and when you're finished, just click Save Changes. And that's all there is to it.